my god, dude. I swear, like, the Snapmatic community, like, starts this drama out of nowhere, and it's just so fucking petty. Like, I'm on Twitter, right? I'm not sure if you've seen it, but you've seen, like, I got blocked by that Snuggles chick, right?
No, I haven't seen it. What's
Alright,
going
so
on?
what happened, right? Is she tweets out saying something about, oh, I hate these people defending Ross, right? After he stole everyone's work, right? So I tweeted her saying, can you explain? Because I want context. I don't know what she's talking about. I didn't know if he stole one of her works for a thumbnail and then, someone in the community defend. I don't know what happened, right? I'm just going off a limb. So I asked, can you explain, right? And she replies back saying, I'm not interested in arguing with you, right? So I replied to her saying, all right, well, I was just asking for context, but if you're going to be a bitch about it, then I don't want to hear your side of the story anymore. And she got mad and she blocked me and shit. And now, you know the Ardu guy, right?
Yeah.
He's been on my mentions for the last, 30 minutes. Defending her, saying that it's my fault and I'm a dick and she was clearly upset, so you shouldn't have pushed her. Like, dude, she made a tweet about Mr. Boss, right? You know that's going to start shit. But I didn't even want to start shit with her. I wasn't defending Ross. I was just asking for context. She's like, "Oh yeah, I don't want to argue with you." She's like she assumed that I was gonna defend Ross or something.
Yeah, I got a little bit of a taste of that last night as well when I made this video on one of these Snapmatic artists that made this kind of fucked up picture.
Yeah,
about
I
Ross
seen
with the
that
head thing,
picture. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just wanted to address this. It wasn't per se the picture, right? Because the picture is like, in my opinion, it's all fine and dandy. We've seen worse things on the internet floating around.
Yeah, but all the support, I seen that too. All the support it got, all the likes and retweets. It's like,
yeah,
jeez.
And besides that, all the crazy comments underneath it as well. And like the majority of those comments were from the Snapmatic community because they are obviously upset that Ross takes their pictures, and he does give credit. Like after I uploaded the video, I said in that video, like, Ross will probably watch this, and God forbid he did. And so he DM'd me and he was like, "Yo, dude, I do give credit." So I actually went back to a couple
credit
of
because
he does. Yeah.
Listen, you remember when I think it was what update was it? It was a couple months ago. I think it was the CEO update. They added the option. It was like 4 a.m. I just got on so I can download it right here in the States. And you know Josh, Geesh101, right? He's like my best friend.
Yeah.
I love that dude. And we're playing, right? We got Godfather and just all my friends and shit on PS4. And Josh brings their patch note to me, and I say, Josh, look, it says that 2 players can get in bed with each other, right? So we stopped doing all we were doing. We got out of the expensive cars we just bought. We said, fuck it, go to the apartment, right? So me and Josh go to the apartment, and I put on this gay-ass little outfit, and we get in bed with each other, right? And someone takes a Snapmatic of it, and Josh uploads it to Twitter, and Mr. Boss used it as his thumbnail, right? So I go to the video, and he used it in the video. But here's the thing, right? And I tweeted Mr. Boss saying, "Hey, dude, I'm glad to see that I'm in one of your videos." Then he removed it right away after I tweeted him. I guess he didn't want me in his video, right? But I looked in the description and it said credit Geesh101, like he actually credited him for the snap. So like I've seen Mr. Boss credit people before for the snap, so I don't see what the big deal is. It seems like most of the big deal is that credit or no credit, they don't want to be associated with Mr. Boss.
I don't know. I believe their main issue with all of this is that Ross is not asking them up front. Like,
but he doesn't have to, because that's how fair use works.
I know, but at the same time, that same goes for my content, for Machinima as well.
Yes,
right? That all those assets belong to fucking Rockstar as well. But if Gypsy, if you're coming up to my channel and stealing my video, I'm coming after your ass.
Yeah, like does the Snapmatic community not understand that the same fair use that protects them for uploading their snaps and using, trademarked pictures from Google and PNGs on their snaps, it was the same fair use that protects Mr. Boss from taking their snaps. Because here's the thing, right? He's not just blatantly taking them and putting them in a thumbnail. No, he's adding a filter, he's adding a little rainbow border, which I know that isn't much, but that still counts as fair use. Like, you can't fight that. Especially because you don't own it. It's not your picture.
At the same time, I can't stress enough, it's a small effort to reach out to the creator and just ask, yo, is it okay for me to use this?
Well,
because
when you're pumping out multiple videos a day, trying to do it really quickly so you can, I guess, get ad revenue or whatever. It's not that easy because a lot of times they won't reply and shit. I understand what you mean, but I feel like a channel that big trying to pump out content as fast as possible, sometimes they can't wait 2-3 hours to publicize the video with the thumbnail to get the go ahead. Plus, he doesn't really need to because fair use exists. Yes, it sucks, but I mean, it's there. If it wasn't for fair use, like your whole channel where you're just like, what you've been doing recently with like talking shit about these YouTubers, that'd be striked. You know what I mean? You know, GTM got struck by Teddy for that video he did about the White Knights, and guess what? He won the appeal. You know what I mean? Like, it's fair use. I mean, even though all he does is put a little rainbow border and a little bit of a color correction on your Snapmatic, it's still fair use. You know, like, I've seen Boss use Snapmatics from a lot of my friends in the Snapmatic community. You know, Frezzies took a Snapmatic of the Moonbeam when it came out, and, like, Boss used that. You know, I didn't see Frezzies bitching about it and, you know, threatening to fucking copyright strike Boss. Like, that's ridiculous.
Now that goes way too far for starters. Like, you don't copyright.
Yeah, that's my problem with Snapmatic.
That goes way too far. Like, I do feel like, because I got, like, when I put out the video, I think like 6 or 7 people from the Snapmatic community really got pissed off at me because they thought I was like taking jabs at them and taking sides with Ross. So I don't know what the fuck they did, but all I said was, yo, that picture and that how it was received was fucked up. But then these guys started pouncing on me as well. Like, and I'm like, that's the weird side of the Snapmatic community. I don't like that side at all, a single bit. Such weird fellas.
Like the Snapmatic community just assumes you're taking a side. You cannot be neutral. It's like it reminds me of like the Trump or Hillary thing. Like, oh, if you're not voting for my guy, if you're not voting at all, that's a vote for the other person. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, you have to pick a side. So if you're saying that, hey, you shouldn't put out that picture of your GTA character cutting Ross's head off and holding it up, then you're defending Ross, which is ridiculous. But you know, that's the way I've seen people receive it, which is like crazy. It comes back to the whole snuggle thing, which isn't that big of a deal. But you know, I was like, hey, can I get some context? And she's like, I don't want to argue with you. Like, she just assumed that I was gonna go off and start a rant about how Mr. Boss is in the right, which I don't care. I hate Mr. Boss. You know, like after those doxing, what's the word? It wasn't proven, but you know, the allegations of him doxing people, I just said fuck him. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I don't know. People just they just assume that the Snapmatic community I've seen, they're really split in half. They have like this circle jerk community, right? Where like they're all like in a certain group, but the only purpose of that group isn't to have fun. It's just that way you can, when you upload something, you send it to them in the DM, and then they go and like and retweet your shit. Like, all it is basically sub for sub, but just on Twitter, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
most of them. Not all of them. Not all of them. I'm not saying all the community is like that. There's a couple people out there that don't do that shit, you know, but most of it is. And when, you know, one of the people that retweets their shit that's in their little, you know, group chat where they, you know, retweet each other's shit, the little circle jerk group chat, they feel obligated to defend them, I guess. I don't know. That's the way I see it.
At the same time, though, like I'm not a fan of that business practice. You know, I know he doesn't have to ask people, but still, it's just common decency to do so. And even if he doesn't want to do that because he feels like he's in the right, why not just make your own freaking snap? You're in the game anyway. You can just pop in the Rockstar editor real quick and you got a freaking snap of whatever you're doing. Because
most of the time, you need some amount of skill. Like, okay, like for instance, I'm gonna be honest, right? I've taken decent snaps before. Like, I tweet out a couple and Gunner and come out and people is like, do more, but I just felt like they were only saying that because they're fans of me. I felt like it wasn't real criticism, but I've been getting into like the directing and shit, and like I tried in GTA 4's creator in GTA 5, and you know, it's really hard to get an angle in a video or even a snap that doesn't look shitty and generic, because you have FOV, lighting, and shit. So yeah, Boss can go and take his own Snapmatic, but it's not gonna look as good as someone else's from Twitter or from the social club. You know what I mean? Like, it's not gonna be the same. It's very hard. Like, I struggle. You know, like I'll send the editor sometimes to make a whole video and then never upload it because I'm like, this is shit, but I don't know how to get good angles. I don't know how to tell a story. You know, like it's not as easy as that. Maybe Boss is just shit at taking snaps. I know I'm not as good as many of these people out here taking snaps. I don't know. I feel like there is a skill, a talent to it, but there's so many people doing it on Twitter that a lot of them are just shit. Just like, oh, take this certain angle, make sure your car is stanced and lower, and then just add this like really, really bad like chrome effect to it, I guess, where everything's shiny. And it's like, there you go, tag Rockstar, hashtag Rockstar Games, hashtag GTA Online, and that's a whole nother conversation about all the tagging shit they do, but I don't know. There's some people that stick out that take really good snaps. Lambent Bunny takes good snaps. That our dude guy I was talking about, he does take good snaps. That's why I follow him. There's a couple people I follow because they genuinely do take really good snaps. You know what I mean? But a lot of it, most of it is just shit. And I doubt that Ross could take a good snap for a thumbnail, you know? I mean, ask him.
That might be the case.
He's your friend. You could ask him. I guarantee he'll tell you I'm not good at it. I'll tell you right now, I'm not good at it. I'm not good at it at all.
I've not asked him, to be fair. I've not asked him that. I have asked. I've told him like, yo, it would be a nice thing for you to actually ask these people. But like, I get it. Like, he's uploading videos. That's what he does for a living. But he has. It's this business mentality that gets to me sometimes. I've been on the other side of the fence as well, where I was the creator and people started stealing shit from me, where I spent good time on, and that shit's just not cool. Like, and even that stuff, it's totally legal. Like, Gypsy, you could actually go ahead and just steal an entire video from a bastard that I made, upload it to your channel, and it's fair use.
Well, not really. I mean, if I change it a little bit, add commentary, then it's fair use. But I get your point. I can upload the entire video, and it's fair use. That's just how it works.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
But I mean, if it wasn't fair use, me and you wouldn't be able to do what we do, which... Admittedly, I don't upload at all anymore, but, you know.
Nah, same. Well, what's up with that? What's going on with your channel, dude?
Okay, so, I guess I'm becoming more of an adult now, right? Because, like, I always worked, you know. I've been working since I was 8 years old. I'm self-employed and shit. I don't want to go into what I'm doing publicly, but I think you know I've talked to you about it before, but I've been working since I was, like, 8 years old and shit, but I never had to grind because I never really had bills. What I have, like, a $100 phone bill. Oh, that's going to take so long to make, you know what I mean? But when YouTube came along, I could take a break. I could stay home from work because I was making, you know, $1,000 a month here, $1,500 a month here. So if I wanted to go buy clothes or buy a game or something, I didn't have to go out and work for it. I just made a video and, you know, I'd get a couple million views of that month and come out. But then the YouTube revenue stopped, and I still want to do YouTube. I still do it, but I don't have the time anymore because now I just got a new vehicle. My car payment's like $800 a month plus insurance, you know? And I still gotta go tag it and shit. So I need like a lot of money, you know what I mean? And I'm not gonna make it on YouTube. And as much as I love YouTube and I want to keep doing it, which I am gonna keep doing it, I don't have the time because every day is a grind. I'm always working on new projects. I'm always trying to buy something, sell something, work on it, you know, picking up, you know, a business partner, you know, all this shit. Like, it's just... There's no time for it. And if I'm not doing that, I'm running errands for the family because now I have my own vehicle, you know, which I've been doing that because I've been driving, but now I have my own vehicle. So now people can call on me and ask for favors and shit. And, you know, I can't be like, oh, there's no car because I have a brand new vehicle outside, you know what I mean? So basically, real life is just getting in the way. I'm becoming more of an adult. And I've lost interest in GTA 2, which is another thing because, you know, the game's too old, you know? Like, I might say, oh, it's because this and that, but really, truly... The game is just old. It's like, almost 4 years old, 3.5 years old, you know? Like,
yeah.
How much fun could you really have in it? You know, I'm just tired of GTA. You know, I got on the other day, played for 5 minutes, not 5, like 10, 15 minutes, and I got bored and got off. Because it's just like, I feel like there's nothing to do. I've done everything there is, you know? Even if I had money, which I don't have money, I'm broke right now, but even if I had money in the game, there's still not much to do. What am I going to do? Buy the oppressor and fly around killing people? That's not fun to me, you know? Because I just feel like...
I've had a long-ass podcast with freaking Dirty Work on that as well, on that entire subject, and where GTA is going with all this new DLC and whatnot. But in the end, no matter what they bring out, we basically have seen... We've traveled every street, we've played every mission 1,000 times by now. We just know how the game works, no matter what they bring out. So it's the same old game, no matter how you freaking turn the stone.
Yeah, and I feel like if they're let's say Snapmatic for some reason, if their adversary modes were more focused on, how do I put this? Okay, if they had the same focus of GTA 4, right? Because GTA 4, we had what, cops and crooks, you know, we had mafia work, carjack city, like that shit was fun. You know, I know people like my friends on Xbox 360 and shit bought GTA 4, never played the story, never played Free Mode Deathmatch. They bought it just for cops and crooks because they seen me playing and said, hey, that looks like a lot of fun, you know? And they didn't have PC, so they couldn't play LCPDFR, you know? So I feel like, and, you know, it was leaked by, I think it was an artist named Josimar before, you know, Take-Two told him to take it down. But, he released, like, a beta versions of, like, the GTA 5 screenshots. And in those screenshots, there was actually a Cops and Crooks mode planned, but then they dropped it for some reason. You know, if they bring back classic modes like Cops and Crooks, Chopper vs. Chopper from The Lost and Damned, you know, maybe an infection mode like Forza has, you know, I feel like if they focused on shit like that, that'd be great. The adversary modes have been coming out, they're just not fun. Like, oh, Tiny Racers, that was a lot of fun. Oh, the new one where you just parachute onto a little, I don't know what you'd even call that. Is it like a shuffleboard with a parachute? I don't know, but
dartboard or something. I don't know.
I don't know, but like these aren't that fun. You play them for like an hour maybe, and then you'll never touch them again. They're not that fun. Honestly, the only adversary modes that stand out to me is like Slasher, Extraction, you know.
Extraction was great, dude. I love
Yeah,
that game.
and like Slasher is still fun, but that's the only one I can think of right now. Oh, that one that came out. I made a video on it. I forgot what it was called. Like you have to like your teammate has to get a kill to revive you. What was it called?
Oh my god, dude.
You know
I
which one I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I forgot.
I have no freaking clue which one that was. Yeah.
Well,
I don't
anyway,
know, like why didn't they put in cops and I just wonder.
Yeah,
from
like-
a gameplay point of view, from a dev point of view, like I'm no game developer, but it doesn't seem that hard to be fair.
yeah, like, and here's the thing, right? It's called Resurrection, by the way. I had to look it up. But there's people. I'm not gonna say who, obviously, but there's people that are, I guess, friends with people in Rockstar, and they have hacked or I guess modified adversary modes that have cops and crooks, biker versus biker, or I mean chopper versus chopper, not chopper versus chopper. Lone Wolf Biker, I meant to say. Chopper vs. Chopper was garbage. Lone Wolf Biker. And they're in GTA 5. They're fully functional because, you know, the hacker or Rockstar dev, whoever it was, made them. But you can't play them because they're locked off. Only if you have a certain person host it for you. So, you know, the assets are there because I've played them before. So, the assets are there. You know what I mean? Like, they're clearly there. Because if a hacker can make it on his own, why can't Rockstar do it? When he only used game assets that are already in the game, you know? So, obviously, it could be done. It doesn't need that much effort because all of the assets are there. You already have the cop outfits and things. But they just decided not to do it, which I don't know why. Like, it's basically like Extraction is basically cops and crooks. It's the same thing.
It's just sort of last team standing sort of thing.
Yes, it's cops and crooks, except that you don't have that one all for one mode or whatever, because it's like one for all and all for one, or basically you have to kill all of them. Only one guy has to escape, and then the other one is only the boss has to escape. You know?
Yeah.
So basically, if they had a different version of Extraction where it was only one guy has to escape, or you have to kill all of them, that would be a different story. You know what I mean?
Yeah, precisely.
Because Extraction's a little different. It's not exactly cops and crooks. But even then, people want to be in a cop car in a cop outfit. That's why people love LCPDFR and LSPDFR because, you know, reskin or not, they want to be a cop. You know, why do you think LSPDFR is such a big thing? Like, it's a very big thing. Have you ever been on 5M? Those roleplay servers are pretty big, you know?
I've never played that, to be fair. I've seen it so many times. But
I've been playing on
cool.
it the last couple of weeks. Oh my god. I go on there just to mess around and troll. I'm not going to lie. It's a bit of a dick thing to do. But oh my god, it is so funny, dude. Like, oh my god. The default character that I picked, because like, it gives you a default character and you switch, was a guy with no pants, right? I make my name Gypsy, and then the last name's YYY. And I go to jail because I get in a cop car and get out. It's like, hey, you're trying to get a shotgun. I'm like, no, I'm not, dude. But really, that's what I was trying to do, right? I was planning on getting a shotgun out of the cop car and then shooting up the police station. So the cop arrests me, right? And then I get teleported outside, and this Barack Obama-looking dude is like, hey, your name isn't a real name, so we're going to ban you from the server. I just got banned like that, and I got into an argument with the dude. But it was hilarious. Like, I wish I recorded it. So, you know, those roleplay servers are hilarious, and LSPDFR is very fun, but Rockstar doesn't want to embrace the police roleplay. I don't know why, you know, because there was a big roleplay community in GTA 4, you know, even on console without mods and free mode and shit, because, you know, we had customizable lobbies and shit. Like, GTA 4, I feel the main focus was fun. It wasn't, you know, building a hierarchy and shark cards. The shark card sales do have some degree of effect on the development of GTA Online. You know, it's not the main goal.
A lot, dude. A lot.
Yeah,
Dude,
like
that's the main issue why we see these sorts of heavy, expensive DLCs coming out nowadays. It's a lot about money. It's all about money, to be fair. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Gun running is all about money, about people spending money on very expensive stuff, about holding that piece of candy in front of their faces. Like, does the player decide whether to wait for like 2 real life days, or can you just like instantly buy your way out of that stuff? It's all these recent DLCs. The pace has changed from the old DLCs, like where you got a few fancy cars, where you got heist and stuff. That was all on gameplay and like nice additions. But now this entire business model has changed so much.
Yes, the direction of GTA Online's development has changed, and that's another reason I don't play it anymore. Like, for instance, I said this in my last video, I think, but I said basically it feels to me like an iOS game. You know how it's like, you know, oh, you could wait for this wall to be broken in 24 hours, or you could pay for so many crystals to mine it faster. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And
exactly.
I feel like that one, for instance, hey, you could buy this Tampa for $1 million, but if you want the only good attachment for it, the dual miniguns, you have to spend $3 million unlocking shit you don't want in order to get the thing that you do want, or wait, 15 hours. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it feels like an iOS game. It feels like a free-to-play game, but the thing is, it's not free-to-play, because we gave $60 on the game.
Mm-hmm.
But they're treating it like it is free-to-play. It's not.
It's not, no, exactly. Like all these, it's a game that microtransactions are a huge thing in GTA Online. It's kind of scary in a way because it wasn't like that before. Like GTA 4, when there was DLC hitting, it was all single player.
And
experience
the DLC was. Let me tell you something. The Lost and Down the Ballad. Well, the Lost was good, but the Battlegate Tony. Oh my god,
fantastic!
I've never played such a good DLC. Like fuck Undead Nightmare, fuck the Lost and the Damned. The Battlegate Tony was such a good DLC. I don't like how they didn't add multiplayer modes. Like, they just had free mode and deathmatch and races. They didn't add anything new like The Lost did. And in fact, they removed all the old shit, Captain Crooks too. But man, the Ballad was so much fun. The single player experience too. The club work, everything. The buzzard, the yacht. Like, those missions are so iconic. You can never forget those missions. You know what I mean? They were great.
Yeah.
But
you got an entire new game.
Yes,
that's what you got.
And like, here's the thing,
that was
right?
DLC.
They did the 3 protagonist thing, like GTA 5 did in GTA 4, but it was so much better because you're not playing as all 3 at once. You're playing from each side of their story, and then you see it all intertwines, and you're like, whoa! Like, the meth that the Lost stole is actually off the boat that Nico came in with the diamonds, and it all connected to Nico. Like, it was like this big, I don't know the word for it, I guess, story. There's a word. Lore? Is that the word? Like,
no, yeah, so yeah, lore.
Yeah, like it was. Yeah. I remember playing it as like I don't know how old I was, 10-year-old child, 11-year-old child. And I was like, whoa, this is amazing. Like, I didn't know how this connected. Like, and then GTA 5, like, I don't feel like that at all. I'm like, oh, okay, so basically Trevor just threatens Michael the entire game. I'm gonna fucking kill you, and then he doesn't. And then Franklin's pretty cool at the beginning, but then he turns into an errand boy after Trevor's on the left. Well, that was fun. Like it's, I don't know. I GTA 5, I didn't really like the story that much. I'm not gonna lie. GTA 4 is way better, and the DLC just made it that much more. Like the Battlegate Tony, oh my god, that was an amazing DLC. The music, everything, it just fit so well.
Yeah. It is fantastic.
Nightlife in New York City, like that was the best thing Rockstar's ever done. I loved it.
It's a shame we will probably not see that again, though. Like I don't think we'll ever see single player DLC again from Rockstar.
Yeah, and I think Shark Cards had a big reason, because why the fuck should we invest millions of dollars and pay voice acting stuff and release a paid DLC when we can just release a couple new cars and get the same amount of money profit? You know what I mean?
Yeah, just drip feeding content, just get the cash in. It's a steady revenue stream as well. That's the thing. The shark cards is just steady. Everyone playing GTA Online at some point runs out of money, then they have to buy a shark card. Every explosion that goes off in the game that causes you to lose money, and single player DLC just does not give that same revenue. You spend it once, you got it, you got your gameplay, and most people who after playing that once, they never touch it again. And even if they do touch it again, it's not going to cost them any more money, or it's not going to make Rockstar any money. So even for Red Dead Redemption 2, I think single player DLC is all out of the window.
The Take-Two CEO already said he wants to do more microtransactions and shit, so yeah, we're definitely going to see more than just Buffalo cards in Red Dead 3, you know what I mean? It's sad to see that, but that's the way it is. I mean, have you seen that statement where he's like, even if they don't know, they feel it or something, talking about like microtransactions, like if you add more, he's like, they don't know, but they feel it. I don't know. Like, he was talking about a way how to like add microtransactions, but people don't notice it. It was like really sketchy, like anti-consumer shit that he said.
Yeah.
I think, what's his name? Is it Dan Sterling? No, the guy, Jim Contuition. That's it. That guy.
Mm-hmm.
He made a video on it, and it was a really good video. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out. He made a video talking about the Take-Two CEO statement, dissecting it and saying why it's anti-consumer and the bullshit. And basically, what I got from that statement is that we're just going to have more microtransactions in Red Dead 3. That's all I got from it. I don't know.
It doesn't have to be a bad thing if the DLC or whatever they release and is going to be in the same shape, way, or form as heists. Like, it actually adds to the universe. But I don't want anything like gun running anymore, which is just a whole lot of random bullshit out there on the streets now that's just there to make money. If that's gonna set like the base for the future DLCs for Red Dead Redemption 2, I'm gonna be not gonna be that excited about the online part of it.
Yeah, like I'll put it this way, right? Heist came out, I played them all, I did Chrome Mastermind Challenge, I had a lot of fun, right? I didn't care about the money, I had fun. Gunrunning comes out, and what is there to have fun with? The missions where you're using new vehicles, they're not fun. The new vehicles with explosives, I don't find getting easy kills fun. Maybe some people do, I don't. I don't find flying around with an oppressor and shooting rockets at people fun. You know, I don't find that fun. You know, like I don't know, these updates, I'm not really having fun in them anymore. You know, compare, Heist to Gunrunning. Like, it's on a completely different level of quality and everything, really. I don't know, like, I don't know. And I'm just sitting here thinking, like, how much money are they making to where not only are they releasing all this new shit all the time and not doing single player DLC, but they're also paying voice actors. Like, that whole, like, Agent 14 shit, they had to pay that guy to record all that. You know what I mean? So they're hiring voice actors. They're doing everything they could be doing for single player DLC, but they're doing it for free online DLC. It's shark cards. That's the only explanation for it, and I mean, it's a double-edged sword, right? Because without shark cards, we wouldn't have free content, but at the same time, you can't afford anything in the content without shark cards. Like, it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, but it's something that that Dirty Work attacked
they need
into as
they need
well,
to balance it, but it's not very balanced with the payouts and dollar per hour. It's not very balanced.
No, it's not. But he kind of explained this entire shortcut situation to me, and I was like, yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. These are all theories of him as well. But like, the investors play a major part in all of this as well. They want to see increase in revenue. They want to see the graphs going up. So what Rockstar has to do in that regard is like, yo, guys, we have to find a way to get new stuff in there, so to get the old people back in this game, and we need the old people to actually get spending money, because else the investors start pulling out if that graph goes down, if that goes downhill. But it's I can't imagine it being a fun way to work on your content if you have this the money on your mind all the time. So
I don't know.
I'm really worried. I'm so worried about Red Dead Redemption.
At the same time, I don't see how adding OP shit is the only way to make your investors happy and bring more money. Like, for instance, if they released a tuner DLC where it was like no new guns, no bullshit, just street racing, pink slip races, shit like that, that'd be cool, right? But instead of doing cool shit like that, they make flying bikes with 20 rockets, and I can't even go on. It's just so fucking, trailers with unlimited homing launchers, and oh my god, it's.
Yeah, but that's it. It's
like,
all things that are really expensive.
Yes.
Yeah, they did. It's all stuff that's wicked expensive to buy in the first place. And whenever you cause an explosion, it costs you money as well. Whenever you blow up a person, it's all there to get the in-game currency or the in-game wallet down as much as you physically can. So you have to buy.
Like, I can't tell you how much money I've spent because I crashed my oppressor into water and destroyed it. Like, you're right about that. Everything costs money in the game. It's all focused around money. It's not focused around fun. Like GTA 4, there was no economy. There was no weapon wheel. It was just, you die, you have nothing. You have to go around, get ammo, and then fight. But it was fun somehow because you had the interiors to go into. The gameplay was balanced. You didn't die and feel like it was bullshit unless a hacker killed you or something, or someone was like in a wall breach. You know what I mean? And like, speaking of that, you can see what Rockstar's focus is, because you have like these wall breaches and shit that they don't care to patch. And then these things they don't fix either. Like, for instance, the vehicle classes, which Bruffy's talked about multiple times. I'm sure you heard the spiels, but the vehicle classes not being balanced. Like, why is a moonbeam in, I think it's in muscle, right? Or it's not in Vans or something. Why is the Blister compact in sports? Weird. Like, that makes no sense, right? And that little wall breach in Vespucci Beach where you just press square or whatever, or space, and you just jump into a wall breach and people just snipe you from there? Like, that's been out for years. Why has no one patched that? For what? Like, they know about it, but all they care to patch is the money glitches because that hurts shark card sales. It doesn't hurt shark card sales? Wall breaches.
Oh, exactly. Every time some fucker sits up there with his C4 blowing up shit, it's like, yeah, like, dude.
Everyone says
money.
Yeah, like everyone says, like, oh, Rockstar make quality games, which is true. They make pretty much the highest quality games I've ever seen. But at the same time, have you ever seen a game with so many bugs and exploits? Like, money glitches have been a thing since 2013. They've been patching them left and right. but they keep coming back. You know, clothing glitches, invisible glitches, wall breaches. Like, I've never seen a game that's patched so frequently, but yet, like, when they patch one thing, they break another thing. Like, they patch one money glitch, but by doing that, they're opening up a door for another one. Like, it's fucking crazy. Like, how are these guys on, like, 7 Sins and shit going that long? Like, honestly, I have to give them a round of applause, because, like, how are you finding these glitches where it's like, you know, go in your MLC, go out, you know, go buy a snack from a shop, and then duplicate your lowrider. It's like, who thinks of this? You know what I mean?
I think it's not that hard, to be fair. Like, if you look at it like from that point of view, yeah, fair enough. It's like it's a really far-fetched thing to do, and when it works, you're like, whoa, what the fuck? Why does this work? But at the same time, they're basically doing the same thing over and over. They're using the same steps. The exact same steps, only in different scenarios. Like, the MOC comes out, alright, we're gonna try this glitch we found out like a month ago or 2 months ago, and we're gonna try it out in this new situation that Rockstar just recently implemented. And, you know, I'm no fucking game developer, so I know all about, like, when you fix one thing, you break 10 other things. I don't know how hard it is, but there is a fucking leak with that sort of stuff, and they are very eager to patch that thing.
Yeah,
you know?
like I've never seen a game with so many bugs and exploits in my life, honestly. But
I have though. Like, it's so
like okay, I'll put it this way: I've never seen a game on the scale of GTA with like the AAA and shit and all that that's gone on. Like, it's been 3 years, Sonny. You gotta understand that. It's been 3 years of constant patching. I understand games that don't get patched, like Ubisoft titles, but no. They've been patching this game constantly for 3 years, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe
adding... In the end, I don't care too much.
Neither do I. I just think it's funny because, like, all this time, they're still finding glitches. Like, how do you find money glitches all this time? How? It's hilarious. It really is. And, like, they tried to stop it because it's like, you know, oh, we'll just, like, strike down all, like, the YouTube videos. No, it's still a thing because Reddit exists, you know? 7 Sins exists. You can't copyright strike that. But, I don't know.
Still, YouTubers are still doing live. Like, there's hundreds upon hundreds of people still doing those live money giveaways. I was just off a live stream where I was checking out, like, shitty YouTubers. That's all
I've seen that guy where it's like, if you see someone posting my video, comment on it. Also, be sure to subscribe. I watched it for like 5 minutes, maybe, and I like clicked off because I'm like, I don't know how Sonny endures this shit. Like,
no, it's quite hard, to be fair. But like, I went over to a live stream where he's just hosting a modded lobby, like the modded money lobby. It's doing that thing live on air. But the thing is, he had like, I think 80,000 subscribers, so he's been doing that shit for quite a while. Like, why is he still around? I've never ever saw like live streamers get banned doing those kind of modded lobbies though.
I've only seen a live stream go down one time, and it was because someone was streaming the Super Bowl. And to be fair, and like, to be fair, I've never actually seen a live stream be copyright striked like in real time before. It is so weird because the stream just freezes, chat freezes, and then you refresh the page and it's like, this video has been striked. It's like, oh shit. It was a weird experience. I didn't even know you could do that. But yeah, they were streaming the Super Bowl.
What the fuck? Who does that? Who streams the fucking Super Bowl?
For people like me that don't fucking, I don't know, like, I didn't have a TV to watch it at the time, so I was just like, you know what, let me just go on YouTube, because I'm Googling, and people's like, oh yeah, if you go to Reddit and go to like this really creepy site and like sign up with Facebook, and I'm like, let me just search up Super Bowl on YouTube. I'm like, oh, it's right there. And I watched like half the Super Bowl on YouTube, and then and chat was great then. But anyway, I don't even know where we're going with this conversation. It got so derailed. It got so derailed. It was just as
bad. When I did the podcast with fucking Dirty Workout, we started off talking about GTA, and we just rolled into talking about the elderly and whatnot. I don't even know what happened, but that podcast is definitely never going to get released, unfortunately, because I was a dumbass and I deleted my own voice clip after that, so that was kind of quite unfortunate.
Wow.
But either way, so tell me, what's next for your channel? Because I know you don't have a lot of time, but I saw a tweet of yours that you said you had something major planned in the
well, not major, I have shit planned. Well, I am planning on doing a video on Fernando, that's for one thing, because here's the thing, right? I was like one of the first people to make a video, that was years ago, right? And I made a video on like Let's Be Jimmy, Fernando, and shit. And people kept asking for more. And still till today, all my comment section says is, make a video on Let's Be Jimmy, make a video on Fernando, you know? But I stopped because people like GTAman, my friends, you know, Rocky, my old friend I don't talk to anymore, Decatsu Cat, they're all like, Gypsy, stop uploading rants. That's all you do is rant. Like, that's all your content is based off of other people, right? So I stopped. Yeah. But people are still asking for rants and shit. And they're like, dude, you used to be the content cop of GTA, just do it again, right? And I'm like, yeah, but I don't want my content just to be focused on that. But then I look at Raggedy Dan, and I'm like, Raggedy Dan makes good content, but all his content is based off of his rants, you know? So, like, what's the big deal if I do it? You know, Sonny's doing it, right? Well, I'm not trying to copy anyone, but you know what I'm saying? Like, people want it. People are watching it. My subs have been asking for it for years, right? So, if I make a rant now and then, is it that big of a deal? You know what I mean? So...
Not at all, dude. If like as long
let me
as
tell you
it's
something.
like, truthful.
My friends made it into such a big thing for me not to do it. I just quit.
I don't understand why. Like, if you are the kind of person that speaks what the hell is up his mind, right?
Definitely. That's why I get so much shit on Twitter.
No, but that's the thing. That's what you do. So ranting is definitely a part of that. And to be fair, like why are you even listening to other people? You got to do what you got to do. It's your own freaking. It's your channel, for fuck's sake. It's not GTA Man's channel. It's not your friend's channel. It's your freaking endeavor. Yeah.
I guess you're right, but that was a long time ago and I stopped. But here's the thing, right? I realized something too. If I complain and rant about YouTubers, right? People like it. If I complain about Fernando, Mr. Boss, you know, people that steal thumbnails and shit, you know, they like that. But then I criticize the game itself. And people give me so much shit for it. It's like, why? You know what I mean? Like, I can't understand why people get mad if you criticize the game, but criticizing people that make videos in the game is alright. You know? Like, yeah, I don't know if you've ever made a video criticizing. Yeah, it's like, oh my god, I hate fanboys at the patch. Like, there'll be my own fanboys on Discord. I told them, dude, get off my dick. Like, I told them, fuck off, right? I won't even talk to them because I hate all fanboys, even my own. I'm not biased to my own either. I hate my own fanboys too. I find them very cringe. Like, the people that make, like, you know, the alternate Gypsy Twitter profiles and shit, and think they're funny, like, just tweeting out what I tweet out. Like, that's cringy to me. You know what I mean? And, I hate fanboys with a passion. I'm sure you know that. So when I see the GTA fanboys on Twitter, it just gets me so pissed. I just want to go off on a rant, which I honestly should because it make good content. But it gets me so pissed. Like, GTA has some of the strongest hardcore, you know, ride or die fans I've ever seen. Like, I thought Call of Duty fanboys are bad. No, Rockstar has some dedicated fanboys, dude. And that OpenIV situation really opened up my eyes to it. It really did.
Yeah, the backlash they got from a relatively small community was absurd. That was crazy. It was what's the ratings? How are the ratings looking right now? I gotta look this shit up.
The ratings are probably still negative on Steam. But here's the thing, right? Because, like, basically, long story short, to sum that OpenIV situation up, I was pissed because, all right, the first thing they're like, oh, maybe we'll just take two, right? But then Rockstar made their statement saying OpenIV felicitates, you know, online hacking and it destroys it for everyone, but it never did that, right? So
it did. Let's get this straight. It did. Open4 is a platform where people can create malicious
here's
mods and whatnot.
The only proof of any mod working through Open4, right, and online, was a single mod that was a graphics mod, right? But here's the thing. The graphics mod, first off, it was only on your screen, right? Didn't interfere with anyone else. And second, you can only get into a lobby with someone else that had it installed, right? Anything else you tried, the OpenIV filter said you're trying to access the game with the altered version. Go back to single player. You know what I mean?
But it doesn't. But this doesn't mean you can't use Open4 to.
It doesn't. But there was no proof of it ever. Like here's the thing, right? Every online mod menu and hack ever that I've seen ever does not use Open4 at all. It's just an injector that just injects into your game. You just put it in your folder and then start up the game and then press F1 and hey, look, you can drop money on people. You know what I mean? So by banning Open4, they wasn't changing anything because even Open4 stopped, you know, and even after patches, guess what? We still have hackers. You know, it didn't solve anything. But then people were saying, you know, oh, this isn't Rockstar. Even after Rockstar made their statement, oh, this is all Take-Two. They're forcing Rockstar. And I'm like, dude, look.
Rockstar.
Like, oh, Rockstar get fired. I'm like, dude, look. Rockstar and Take-Two are partners, okay? Do you think that Take-Two would ever drop Rockstar after Rockstar made them billions of dollars? Like, hell fucking no. If anything, Take-Two is sucking Rockstar's dick. It's not the other way around. Why do you think Rockstar has full creative control and we don't have more microtransactions in our games, you know? But these fanboys just want the fanboy Rockstar. I want to act like they weren't in the wrong and want to defend them and say, it's all Take-Two, which was bullshit. It's like, dude, they're trying to fuck over consumers. It's obviously anti-consumer, but you keep defending them. And those fanboys got me so mad. I know you've seen it. I know you've seen it on Twitter. Those fanboys got me so fucking mad, dude. Because I'm like, dude, are you this thick? Rockstar's not your friend. Yes, they're a great gaming company. I love Rockstar, right? But at the same time, I'm not biased towards them because I know they're not my friend. I'm friends with the stream team. Well, I used to be anyway. I don't really talk to them anymore after, I publicly denounced the relationship. But Rockstar is not your friend. They are a company like any other gaming company. They're a business. At the end of the day, a business, what do they want to do? They want to make money. Like, but people see it as their friend or something. And these are people that never even got attention from Rockstar before, I just hate fanboys. I hate them in general, but I never knew GTA Online had so many fanboys until the OpenIV situation hit. Because, oh my god, the flack you get.
That was a fuckfest.
Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. But anyway,
it was a joint effort, that thing. The entire thing, the Open Force situation was a joint effort by Take-Two and Rockstar. Like, both, in the end, Take-Two is basically, I believe that's how I see it at least. Take-Two are the hounds of Rockstar. They're gonna do the dirty work that Rockstar doesn't want to do.
They do the wet work for Rockstar, exactly. Like, that's like, they sent PIs to some guy's house, for instance, for making the, I think it was some kind of map conversion or something like that. Like, they do some really fucked up shit, honestly. Like, cease and desist or whatever, but don't send private investigators to people's houses to threaten them. Like, that's fucked up, you know what I mean? But
that's crazy.
Take-Two does some really sketchy shit, and it's really scary too. Like, I'd never want to be on the receiving end of that, Like, I can't imagine the shit that got stuffed down the OpenIV developer's throat. And how funny would it be, right? Imagine Take-Two come to you, Rockstar, like, fuck you, don't do this to our game, we're gonna fucking sue you, motherfucker, right? And then the community gets backlash, and they come back to you and they're like, hey, you can do this thing, but just don't do this. Like, I couldn't imagine the smile on that dude's face when Rockstar contacted him being like, yeah, you know all those threats that we did to you? Just ignore that. Just pretend it never happened, right? But, yeah, I don't know.
They should just give the guy a freaking job offer, dude.
They should, honestly. If the dev was able to do that, they should honestly hire him. That'd be like, I think that'd like be the best application for a job ever. Like, hey, I made OpenIV. Give me a job, right?
Yeah. Well, it fixes everything. Then they have everything under their own control. Like they're maybe you can even get some you can even turn this thing into a platform that it's just impossible to modify the files, or not modify, let me put this right, to extract the files that may potentially harm the game. Just get rid of that altogether. Put a freaking limit on that. So it's single player only, and then from a dev point of view and from that angle as well. Just get it all under control yourself, and then you fix everything. Just give the man a fucking job.
Yeah, right. Here's the thing, right? Here's all Rockstar tries to do. You know those people that are selling mod menus that make them on Discord and shit? Where it's like, hey, join my Discord, then you can send me $10 on PayPal and I'll give you the menu, right? Because I've seen multiple of those, right? All Rockstar has to do is go to those people and offer them a job in their security. And guess what? All those hackers are now going to patch it and stop the other hackers. Like, just hire them, Rockstar. Like, I don't know. Like, here's the thing, right? If you're so incompetent that you can't do your own security right, you've made billions of dollars off the game. You're one of the biggest gaming companies in the world, and if you can't get your security right, then hire the plebs that make the hacks. Like, it's so, I don't know, but Rockstar doesn't care.
They did it in the past as well, I think, right? They did it in the past.
In the past, I remember I heard they were giving out like bounties for people that report shit, like hackers and shit. They're giving like $1,000, $1,500, like big money,
Yeah.
But
that's a perfect way to do it. Like it's something that's been done all over the freaking globe as well. Like I think the CIA and whatnot actually give jobs to hackers as well.
Yeah, they do. There's different hats of hackers. Like, there's like white hat hackers that are good. The black hats, I think it's black hat. They're just after like credit card numbers and shit. But yeah, like there's different hats of hackers, and like the FBI, the CIA will hire those guys to like. For instance, if you're a jailbreaker that makes jailbreaking shit, the FBI may hire you. So you can gain access to Apple's phone. So if they need to access a terrorist's phone or something, guess what? They don't need to go to Apple for it because they have a hacker. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone does it. You're right about that. You're right. The CIA, FBI, everyone. But
yeah, it happens all around. So they should really start doing that as well for those mob menus.
I love that.
Or just set up bounties.
I love that we're getting.
Like you don't even have to.
I love that we're comparing the fucking CIA and FBI to Rockstar.
Like, no, but it's something that works. Like what they did in the past is, well, they should set out bounties to patch that thing. Like, just do it. Just give $2,000 for anyone giving insight on how they make the thing, and then Rockstar would probably be like, so there's a leak over here. Let's just fix that shit then, and just keep doing that, and then the modern money freaking community will die out. I'm pretty sure of that.
And here's one argument that I had that I haven't seen anyone have a counter for, right? And it's this. So a new update comes out, right? And mods are patched. but then the next day, or 2-3 days later, right, a new menu comes out, right? But instead of them fixing it and patching it there and then, they wait until a month later, 2 months later, however long it is, until the next big DLC comes out. They'll patch it that day, but it's not that big of a patch. It's a patch that only stops it for a couple days until a new one comes out, right? And they'll wait till next DLC update. So from my perspective, it seems like they don't care to patch money hacks unless they release a new DLC, so that way people are forced to buy shark cards, right? But then after the 2-3 days is up and everyone already bought the shark cards, they don't give a fuck. And you can hack all you want, but then new DLC comes out when you know shark card sales, so guess what? We're gonna release a patch. You know, like they never there's that little bit of in between content updates. They don't care to patch anything. And that's like why? You know, like the only explanation is shark card sales. You know, like the best part was, right? Gunrain comes out, everyone logs in, console players, PC, and what does it say? An alert message, please don't cheat in our game. So basically, they're saying, we can't stop you, so we just have to ask you politely, please don't cheat in our game. Like, when I seen that screen, that alert screen, when I logged in GTA, I swear, Sonny, I started laughing so hard. I've never seen it when you boot up a game that says, please don't hack. Like...
in the end of this all, like, I have nothing for... Just putting everything aside what they did, I have nothing but respect for what they created.
Oh yeah, I love Rockstar. They make amazing games. They're honestly the best game developers I've ever seen.
Yeah, they make amazing freaking content, and they put a lot of effort and time. They got a dedicated freaking community or freaking developers working on it as well. So on that regard, I have nothing but respect for the game. But it all boils down to, in the end, I'm not really a big fan of where this game is going right now with this new fucking business model of shark cards. This is... It is something that will probably not change. It will carry on to Red Dead Redemption 2. And all I hope is that they will come to see that they're not really helping out or not doing the community any favors by putting in content like gun running.
Right.
Like things designed for people to buy shark cards, to get more freaking revenue.
Yeah, like here's the thing, right? I don't want to go log on to Red Dead one day and it's like, hey, here's a guy in a horse, but his horse has bulletproof armor and he has a bulletproof, suit of armor on. It's like, okay, so basically you're on a bulletproof horse. You know, I don't want shit like that in Red Dead. You know?
Yeah. I don't know how. What do you think? What do you think Red Dead DLC will look like?
All right. Well, here's what I'm thinking. Right, the game will come out. You'll have things like the first Red Dead. You'll have the posses and all that, the hideouts, and then a new update will come out maybe where it's like, it's heist, but instead of banks, you're robbing like gold mines and shit, right? But it's not just that. It's also like chrome horses and shit, and bulletproof horses.
Wow, way, dude. You really think that?
I think that they'll do something like, alright, you ever seen like those the knight armor where they have it on their horse and them? I feel it's gonna look like that, but it'll be more westernized. Honestly. It'll cost like so many gold coins or whatever. I don't know, whatever currency they're gonna use. Well, no, it'll probably be dollars because America. It's not gonna be. I don't know. It's before Red Dead. Maybe it will be coins. I don't know.
Oh, it's gonna be fucked, dude. I don't want to see that. I want to see like actual. Yeah, I don't know. Like at the end of the day, if you look at it, like what can they add for microtransactions in the game like that?
They can add a lot of shit. They can. Let me tell you what they'll add: a new horse, a new carriage. Customize your carriage for your horse. They can still very well do a westernized GTA pretty much if they wanted to. They just be limited. Like they can't do helicopters, obviously. They can't do a flying horse or some shit. Maybe they can do a blimp with guns. There we go, a blimp with miniguns. There you go. Already fucked up the game.
God.
Hot air balloon.
So
a hot air balloon with Gatling gun. There you go. I already fucked up the game. Take that idea, Rockstar. Run with it.
Shit. That's gonna be wild.
Look,
it's not gonna be. But you can't deny that it's not gonna be the same way as GTA 5. Like they cannot add things to that same extent. Like you gotta draw the line somewhere because there's this technology gap in that freaking day and age. There is no way they're gonna add a fucking oppressor in there. You're not gonna be able to fly around in your fucking carrier shooting a Gatling gun.
I mean, who knows? That for the sticky bombs, right? What if they add TNT, right? With the TNT, you have to like push down the lever to blow it up, right? Yeah. So it's like TNT with a string, and basically just throw it, and it drags behind your horse, and then you just pull the lever when you want to. Like, I could still see all this shit being added just in a westernized theme. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, LSC, it'll be that for your carriage. Paint your carriage, add different wooden rims to it. You know what I mean? Like, add different seats to it. I could still see that being a thing. Customize your horse. Like add armor to your horse.
It sounds so weird to me though. Like it doesn't. It's not appealing to me at all to pimp a fucking carriage.
Neither to me, but I see it happening. I definitely pimp your guns, for instance, which that's I don't know. I mean, I could see it happening for sure.
All right, dude. We've been going for nearly an hour, so we gotta call it. Dude, it's been an interesting fucking podcast, dude.
Yeah. Do you have any questions before we end this? I know we've gotten off track so many times. Do you have anything you want to talk about, or are we good?
All right. When's the next rant coming out?
That's hard to say. Hopefully this month. Hopefully.
All right. Perfect, dude. Thank you so much for coming on. It's been a freaking.
Thanks
honor
for the
and
invite,
pleasure.
man. Ever since I seen the first episode, I wanted to be on. I just never said anything.
You just ask, dude. It goes for anyone watching at this point. Just ask, and I'll probably say no because you're a dick. No.
Right.
All right. Thanks all for watching. Peace out.
Later.